waking up one day and suddenly your body just doesn't work anymore. That's what happened to Audrey Cruz when she was 16. A car accident left her paralyzed from the neck down. No feeling, no movement, no control. For the next 20 years, she could only watch as the world moved on, while she was trapped inside her own body. But sometimes, the future arrives faster than we expect. In July 2025, Audrey became the first woman in the world to get Elon Musk's Neuralink brain implant, an experiment that could change not just her life, but the lives of millions. Let me break down what happened, because it's honestly wild. Surgeons drilled a tiny hole in her skull and placed a quarter-sized chip, called the N1, right onto her brain's motor cortex. Then, they inserted 128 thin threads, each thinner than a human hair, packed with over 1,000 electrodes. These threads pick up the electrical signals from Audrey's brain when she thinks about moving her hand or finger. But instead of moving a real hand, those signals are sent via Bluetooth to a computer, which translates her thoughts into actions on the screen. It sounds like science fiction, but here's what happened next. For the first time in 2 decades, Audrey could move a computer cursor just by thinking. She could write her own name in cursive. She started drawing hearts and rainbows, typing on a keyboard, and even scrolling through social media, all with nothing but her mind. Audrey herself described it like this. Imagine your pointer finger is left click and the cursor movement is with your wrist without physically doing it, just a normal day using telepathy. Now, this chip doesn't let her walk again. It hasn't fixed her paralysis. But what it did do is give her a sense of freedom she lost long ago. Audrey says she feels liberated. She's even thinking of writing a book about her journey, using this technology to share her story with the world. Of course, Neuralink is still in early trials. There have been hiccups, like another patient whose implant needed a software fix. But the fact remains, Audrey is controlling a computer with her thoughts. Elon Musk put it best. Most people don't realize this is possible. This isn't just a tech story. It's about hope, resilience, and the power of human innovation. If you ever feel like giving up, remember Audrey, because sometimes the future is just a thought away.
All right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to those for elect preaching his word in truth and sincerity. To you ribs and to your sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order. I say to you all, Shalom. Man, you know, we know the Neuralink and the MARK work together, right? They will be working together eventually. And we are seeing what the Neuralink can do, right? You know, they started testing on animals and controlling animals, believe it or not. Maybe not Elon Musk, but, you know, putting brain chips on people. You know, they controlled insects and then pigs, right? So yeah, you can control a cursor, but guess what? Someone could hack into your computer and control you. This is why we shouldn't take any of these devices, man. Because for one, you're pledging your allegiance, right, to the one that holds the power, right? Because Esau wants to be like the Most High, right? So he wants to be in control of everything. He wants to know what you think, where you at, what you do, things of that nature. This is Isaiah chapter 14. So like, give me a second here. It's 14:13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Right? This is what he's trying to accomplish. Right? Total control. Knowing everything, right? This is why you have Wi-Fi in your houses. A lot of people got phones with cameras on there. This guy wants to see, hear everything you do. Right? Elon Musk himself said that they're creating a supercomputer, right? Which is like, their God or something like that. Matter of fact, let me find the clip.
Do you think it is conceivable that AI could take control and reach a point where you couldn't turn it off and it would be making decisions for people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
For sure. Things like say ChatGPT, which is based on GPT-4 from OpenAI, which is a company that I played a critical role in creating, unfortunately.
Back when it was a nonprofit?
Yes. The reason OpenAI exists at all is that Larry Page and I used to be close friends, and I would stay at his house in Palo Alto, and I would talk to him late into the night about AI safety. My perception was that Larry was not taking AI safety seriously enough.
What did he say about it?
He really seemed to be wanting sort of digital super intelligence, basically digital God, if you will, as soon as possible.
He wanted that?
Yes.
Do you think it is conceivable?
This is the smartest AI in the world. Like Grok 4 is postgraduate, like PhD level in everything. Better than PhD, but like most PhDs would fail. With respect to academic questions, Grok 4 is better than PhD level in every subject, no exceptions. At times it may lack common sense, and it has not yet invented new technologies or discovered new physics, but that is just a matter of time. I think it may discover new technologies as soon as later this year, and I would be shocked if it has not done so next year. This is
2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? This is going to be spun to us as a trend or something that, benefits the people, but it's a trap. Right? This is a snare. And Esau is trying to trap the people into his net to a point where it's not going to be a choice. It's going to be mandatory. And you will have to take a choice who you will serve. Look up, Project Esther, right? Where the small hatters are stopping protests against anti-Shem. But in that gag order, right, you have punishment under concentration camps. Right? So if you speak or rebel against this system, you're going to get put in a re-concentration camp. Right? Total dictatorship this place is turning into. Right? It's only a matter of time. So many things are spinning out of control. We are at the end of this. There is not much longer. Right? We pray and hope that we are of the elect, that we get saved out of this place, right? Because only the elect, 144,000 and the 1/3 shall be saved out of this calamity that's coming, Jacob's trouble. Right? And we are right approaching around the corner. This is not a game. This is no longer speculation to some of y'all. This is a matter of fact, man. And even with all this being said, man, there are people, like in the time of Noah, still getting married and giving into marriage and living life as if nothing's going on, right? Everybody thinks that life is normal after 2020, but it could be further from the truth. While people are entertained by these idols on TV and what they got going on in their lives, they're distracting you, and behind closed doors they're passing policies to further the affliction and bring forth the MARK of the beast. Databases being created from the ground up in flood areas. And they're doing this under your tax dollar, Salakia. Right, Yahushua said, in Deuteronomy, I believe it's 15:15 or 18:18, Salakia, It says anything that Yahweh Shai says that we have to listen and listen to do what he tells us to do, right? And what he told us to do was to pray and watch, right? Just like he told the apostles to pray and watch right before he was taken up into prison, right? That call is for us as well, man, to pray and watch, constantly watch, so that day might not take you as a thief in the night. And I want to pray. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the whole elect, preaching His word in truth and sincerity. To you, Rip, to you sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom.